Hi, boys and girls. I so enjoy this time with you each day to talk about writing. I hope that you're enjoying the videos as well. And I especially hope that what you are listening to is helping you to make better sense of writing and that you're learning something new this week and that you're trying something out. And remember, practice makes progress. So we may not get it right the first time. We may have to practice again and again, and that's okay. Yesterday in writing, we talked about capital letters and when to use them. And we talked about the fact that a capital letter starts every sentence. A capital letter is what we begin a sentence with. So today we're going to talk about the opposite of the beginning, and that is the end. So if we start a sentence with a capital letter, then we have to stop or end the sentence with what we call a punctuation mark. There are different kinds of punctuation marks that we can use. And today we're going to talk about and be able to answer this question. What punctuation marks can I use at the end of a sentence? And just to be sure that we understand the three different punctuation marks, let's take a look first at a period. I am a period. I look just like a dot. Every time you see me, you must stop. Think about this as a reader. When you are reading books, friends, and you get to the end of a sentence, you'll see a period. And most often, you're going to stop reading there and you'll be thinking about what you just read and what might be coming next. The same is true with writing. When you get to the end of an idea or thought, you will add a period. And then you will think about what you're going to write next, and you'll start a new sentence with a new idea. Another end mark that you might use, or punctuation mark, is called a question mark. This is a question mark. It's a little tricky to make, but we use a question mark when we're curious. I am a question mark. I ask a lot of things. Every time you see me, I wonder, what will it be? So if you're asking a question to the reader, when you are writing a story, you will use a question mark at the end of your sentence. As a reader, when you see a question mark at the end of a sentence, your voice might go up at the end because you are wondering. And lastly, this is an exclamation point. Say exclamation. That's right, that's a tricky word. An exclamation point is used when you have a really strong feeling. So it doesn't mean you have to yell or read louder. It doesn't even mean that it's always an excited feeling. An exclamation point comes at the end of a sentence that you have a strong feeling about. It could be that you're very angry, surprised, scared. I am or I'm an exclamation point. I'm full of surprise. Every time you see me, widen your eyes. So again, an exclamation point is used at the end of a sentence with a strong feeling. So think about this. Should you use an exclamation point at the end of every sentence? No, you want to save it, the exclamation point that is, for the end of a sentence where you really do have a strong feeling. It could come at the beginning, the middle, or end of your story. But we don't use exclamation points as often because we want our reader to know that when they see this mark, that we really feel the way we say we feel as we write the words. So we have three different punctuation marks that we could use at the end of a sentence. Let's see if you can help me out and play a little game. Should I use a question mark or a period? Listen as I read out loud. Read with me if you can. I want to eat pizza for dinner tonight. Well, I'm telling what I want to eat for dinner, so I must use a period at the end. Now notice how large this period is. Will your period be that large? No, I just want you to be able to see the punctuation mark. Notice I put it in red because it's at the end or it's the stop of a sentence. Read the next sentence with me. What time does the film start? I'm asking because I don't know, and my voice went up a little bit at the end. You're right, that is an asking sentence, so we are going to use a question mark at the end of that sentence. Let's try the next one. Read with me if you can. Which day would you like to go skating? Am I asking or telling? I'm asking which day, so I would use a question mark at the end of an asking sentence. And again, my voice sounds a little different at the end because I'm asking, I'm curious, my voice goes up. Should we use a question mark because we're asking, or an exclamation mark because we feel really strongly? We have a real strong feeling about this. Listen and read with me if you can. I just won a new bike in a competition. That's a pretty big deal. And if I won a new bike, I'd feel pretty excited. So I would use an exclamation mark at the end of that sentence. How about the next sentence? Read with me. What is your favorite pizza topping? Hmm, I don't know what yours is. So if I'm asking you, what do I need at the end of an asking sentence? If you said question mark, give your brain a kiss. I agree. And lastly, read with me if you can. I can't wait to go to the circus. That's something I'm really excited about and I really look forward to. So I'm going to use an exclamation mark at the end of that sentence. Boys and girls, did you notice that a question mark is used at the end of an asking sentence? At the end of a telling sentence, you could use a period or an exclamation mark, depending how you feel. What if we put them all together? Can you tell the difference? Let's see. Read the first sentence with me. I took my dog for a walk. I'm telling. My voice didn't change too much. That's probably the place for a period. The next sentence, read it with me. I screamed when I fell off my skateboard. Wow, screaming. That must mean somebody is really hurt or really scared. I bet that's a good place for an exclamation mark because it's a telling sentence with a lot of feeling. And the last sentence, read it with me. What did you do over the weekend? I don't know, and I'm asking you, and my voice went up a little bit at the end. That sounds like a good spot for a question mark. Boys and girls, I don't know if you are checking your starts and stops. I'm not sure if you're thinking about that while you're writing your stories, but today, when you finish writing, I want you to go back and reread your story and ask yourself if you have an end mark in the right place. And did you use the right end mark for the type of sentence that you're writing? And I know this can be tricky, boys and girls. So before you stop writing or while you're doing that, maybe you want to check with a grown up and ask them to help you. We call this editing to make sure everything looks right. Remember, this is the mechanics or the conventions of our writing. It kind of fixes the whole story up before someone reads it so that our writing is easier to read. So boys and girls, good luck with those end marks today. I'm so enjoying this time with you and I hope that you are too. Have a great day and I will see you tomorrow.